How are we doing today? Week 3. How are we feeling? Feeling a little bit better? Feeling a little tired? Feeling a little sore? Go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know how we're doing. So today we're doing just a little bit of movement in that full body. We're not getting that heart rate up too crazy. We do need a couple props. So if you do have access to a kettlebell, that's what a kettlebell looks like. If not, we can make our own by just putting some weight in a bag and then tying the top up so there's a nice little handle for us to grab. If not, we can always use a water bottle. I have one with a handle on the side. We're coming into this today. Or maybe you have a purse lying around, or your wife has a purse, or your father. I don't know. All right. Or we can always grab just a weight as well. Your choice. And then we will need that mat. All right, so we are starting 30 seconds each on these warm-up exercises with those good mornings, because I can't not start with a good morning. All right, so hands are coming behind that head, shoulders are down and back, hinging through the hips. We're tucking that tailbone in, squeezing those glutes. 3, 2, 1. And finding that nice hinge. It's very much a deadlift movement, so there's that slight bend in those knees, but we're just taking that weight out. We're halfway through. Oh, really taking our time, stretching it out. Whatever gets our back moving, waking us up. All right, and in 3, 2, 1, we're gonna take it to those chest openers for 30 seconds. Shoulders down and back, arms are coming straight out. That pelvis is tucked. Slight bend in those knees. As we exhale, we're opening, taking that gaze with us, and then bringing it back. Alternating through. 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Slight bend in those knees. Protect that back. It's like we're opening a book. We're halfway. I'm just spinning because I can. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to drop it down for that down dog ankle taps. So we're coming onto the floor. And as... Can you see me? Okay, sorry. Okay. So down dog position, tapping opposite ankle, and then back to that plank. Tap, tap, forward. Tap, tap, forward. 3, 2, 1. Exhaling as we come back, inhaling as we push forward into that plank. Tap, tap, inhale. Tap, tap. Slowing that breath down. We're almost there. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Okay, taking it on to the floor. If we need that mat, we can grab it, but we're gonna take one leg out, and we're gonna try and get the outside of that foot pushed into the mat. And for 30 seconds, we're just gonna rock back. That other knee is directly under that hip. So we're just coming forward, rocking back, seeing how far we can get it with maintaining the outside of the foot on the ground. Inhale as we come forward. Exhale as we push back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. We're over halfway. We got about 10 seconds left. Maybe finding a little more forward movement. Maybe going a little deeper in the back. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna switch those sides. So legs coming underneath us. That other foot outside is gluing down. All right, 3, 2, 1. Rocking back into it. Inhale as we come back up. Exhale down. Inhale. We're halfway. Love this one. Opening up that hip, that inner thigh. We got 5 more seconds. The deepest one. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're gonna end on those cat-cows. So for 30 seconds, exhale as we drive that navel into the spine, dropping that gaze, pushing that mat away with those knees, those feet, those hands. As we inhale, we're dropping that belly, lifting that tailbone, sliding those shoulder blades down that back. Exhale. Cat. Inhale, dropping that belly, lift that gaze. One more here. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. All right, we're gonna get started with this workout. So, there it is. We're starting with some gorilla rows. So much like a gorilla, we are going to be down in a wide-legged squat, sumo squat. So our feet are coming out wider than hips distance. Our feet are about 45 degrees out, and we're down in this nice angle here. All that weight is in my heels right now. My pelvis is tucked, my tailbone is tucked, my abs are engaged. And then I'm gonna grab either that bag or that purse or that kettlebell or that weight, and they're gonna be on the ground. And then I'm just alternating, driving that elbow back, putting it down and picking it up with the other one. So that's with the kettlebell, with the books, with the weight. You get the idea, all right? 30 seconds here. Staying in that squat the whole time. 3, 2, 1. That back is flat, but that tailbone is tucked. We can drop it down, or you can switch it mid-hand air thing. But we're driving that elbow all the way back. Are you working out, or are you just monkeying around? All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, we got those calf raises, in, out, and straight. So if we want to pick up that bag, we can hold it at the chest, that bottle, whatever gets us going. So first up, we got those toes together like we gotta go potty. We're just lifting up. So for 10 seconds, we're doing that. All right, then we're gonna switch it after to heels in, toes out. Let's get this going. 3, 2, 1. Toes in, heels out. All right, taking those heels out, toes out, heels in. Slight bend in those knees. All right, now we're just going regular hips distance, straight up and down. Woo. 3, 2, 1. All right, kettlebell swings. This is a leg exercise, not an arm exercise. So we have that bag of books if we want them. Get those legs nice and wide. We're hinging at the hips to get that bag of books up. So I'm squeezing those glutes to get me up. The hip thrust. All right. Or we have that water bottle. All right, 30 seconds here. 3, 2, 1. So that weight's not gonna come all the way up at first. It starts to build the momentum as we're working those hips. Feet are a little wider than hips distance. You can turn those toes out a little if you want. We're halfway. Squeezing those glutes at the top. I'm gonna show you my butt. Squeeze. Squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Forearm rotations. So if we have that little water bottle or a weight, we're gonna glue that elbow into our side. And then that palm's facing towards that body. So it's palms facing up like we're holding that bottle. We're just gonna open it up and then bring it back in. All right, 15 seconds each side. 3, 2, 1. Making sure that core is activated, that tailbone is tucked. It's a little tiny muscle group here, but very effective. Halfway. Oh, we'll do 30 seconds each side. Keep it up. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're switching sides, 30 seconds, gluing that elbow into that body. We're just moving that forearm. 3, 2, 1. Shoulders are down, pelvis is tucked. Exercise is fun. We love it. A girl in my class today was just trying to convince herself the whole time as she was in pain. I love exercise. She's so cute. All right, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna do one more. We got those plank log jumps, then we're going through that list one more time, and then we're gonna burn out that core. So plank log jumps, we have all those options, but we are going to be in a plank position and jumping over it. So if we want to move all obstacles, we can. So we're in that plank and we're hopping up and over, up and over. Or we can add an obstacle to set something for us to jump over. If we need to, we can just hold it in that plank and step it out. All right. We are gonna do this for 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds. Plank log jumps. Keeping those booties down. This is the most we're gonna get our heart rates up today. Checking those shoulders are still over those wrists. Halfway. Slight bend in those knees as we land. Activating that core. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Back to the top with those gorilla rows. 30 seconds. On those feet. Wider than hips distance. 45 degrees out in those toes. All right. Driving that elbow back, scraping that rib cage. 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. We got this. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I like the fun ones. We're halfway. Making sure they're not sticking that booty out. We're not twerking yet. All right, 3, 2, 1. We got calf raises. 10 in, 10 out, 10 together. All right, picking up that weight. Those toes are coming together, those heels are coming out. Knees are bent, 3, 2, 1. Ankle strength is so important. And we don't work it enough. All right, taking those heels in, those toes out, 3, 2, 1. We can always take that weight overhead if we want an extra challenge. All right, feet facing forward, slight bend in those knees, 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds left. Finding that slow, that grace, that beauty. 3, 2, 1. Kettlebell swings, 30 seconds. Feet are wider than hips distance, 45 degrees in those legs. All right, using those hips to get that weight up, or that bag of books or that purse. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze those glutes. Squeeze those glutes. Squeeze. Don't throw your bag of books or purse or anything. Keep it in your hands. Flat back. I have to sneeze. 3, 2, 1. All right, forearm rotations. We're going 30 seconds each side. Grabbing that bottle. Grabbing that weight, grabbing that bag of books. 3, 2, 1. Opening up just to the side. That tailbone is tucked, that core is engaged. That elbow is not leaving my rib cage. We're halfway through. This will make typing easier. Maybe not today, but tomorrow. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're switching arms, 30 seconds. Hugging that elbow in. 3, 2, 1. Stand up nice and tall. Activating that core, slight bend in those knees always. We're halfway. Small movement, but we will feel it. 3, 2, 1. All right, now we got those plank log jumps, and then we're doing our core, and we're done. Okay. Putting that obstacle down if we want it, or just finding something to jump up and over. All right, 3, 2, 1. Keeping those booties down. That gaze training forward. Those shoulders are over those wrists. Using those abs to get us up. Halfway. Get those heart rates up. Sorry, I got crazy. 3, 2, 1. All right. We have those mats nearby, hopefully. 20 seconds work, 10 seconds of rest, twice through. First up is that 90-degree crunch. So we're simply coming down to that mat, taking those legs up into a tabletop position, and then crunching up. All right, 20 seconds here, 10 seconds of rest, and then second time through. 3, 2, 1. We're almost there. All right, taking that 10-second rest in 3, 2, 1. Whew, okay, we're jumping right back into it. Round 2, 3, 2, 1. 20 seconds. Trying to lift that chest up more than crunch in. Chest up. Finding that nice 90 degrees. I keep losing mine. You can keep those feet flexed. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're kicked into the timer. You know what I mean? Reverse cobbler crunches. So remembering that cobbler or gobbler or whatever. Those soles of those feet are coming together. We are having our hands on the mat and crunching that body up and then bringing it back down. Crunching up, driving from those lower abs. 20 seconds work, 10 seconds rest. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Again, we may be only here. Maybe just a little butt lift. Or maybe we're all the way up. Finding that time on the way back down. But those soles of those feet are together. It's hard to talk and do this. 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds. Taking that rest. We got 20 seconds of these. Round 2, 3, 2, 1. We can have the hands on the mat to really help us get that booty up. Halfway. Ooh. 3, 2, 1. Okay, 10. No. Okay, we're gonna do banana rolls. Woo! So I'm gonna come a long ways on my mat. So I have the room for rolling. Hopefully you do too. So we're coming in from that hollow hold. Our back is on the ground, our legs are up, our arms are up. And then we roll. Roll over into that arch up. So hollow hold, banana roll. Hollow hold, banana roll. And the goal is to not push yourself over with your hand like I just did. Okay, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. And we are out of here. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna try this way. banana. And if you yell banana, you get brownie points. Banana! Keeping those legs and arms off the ground the whole time. Banana. Oh. One more. 3, 2, 1. All right. 10-second rest. And then we're going into our final round of those banana rolls. Maybe go in the opposite direction this time if your space is limited. 3, 2, 1. Banana. Ooh. That lower back on that ground each time. And we can use our arms to help us get there, but our goal is to make it without it. We got one more. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Good stop. Okay. All right. Let's do a little stretching. We are going to come into that Sphinx pose, taking those legs out behind us. Those elbows are directly under those shoulders. We're pulling our chest back, sliding our shoulder blades down that back. Our feet can do whatever. Mine just don't have room. Okay. And now we're gonna go into child's pose. Taking that child's pose. Knees are wide, feet are together. Heavy in that chest, heavy in that head. And then we'll take one arm and dive it through for thread the needle. So one arm's coming out, cheeks coming to that mat. All right, and we'll switch sides. All right, and then we will come into that figure 4. So on our backs, we have that knee up. If we want, we can try and take it a little closer. Breathing into that thigh, that hip. All right, and switching sides. All right, and then we'll take our knees, keeping them in that 90 degree, and just fold it over to one side. If we want to take that gaze to the opposite direction, we can. And then we'll hug them in, up and over to the other side. All right, we're on to week 3. Let me know if you're staying consistent, how you're feeling. I want to know these things. Okay, flipping over back into that tabletop position. We'll walk those hands out, keeping those knees stacked over those hips. Nope, hips stacked over those knees. You know what I meant. Puppy dog pose, we're heavy in that chest. All right, coming back up, we're gonna do that runner's lunge, a forward fold, and then we'll be done. So one knee's back, we're really breathing into the front of that hip here. All right, switching sides. Oh, calf stretch too, huh? Okay, we'll kick back for that calf stretch too. Big inhale into that muscle. And then switching sides. Woo. All right. Coming into that forward fold. We'll take those hands to the back of that head, trying to elongate that neck. All that weight is in those heels. All right. Releasing down. We'll grab onto those opposite elbows and sway that upper body back and forth. Ragdolling. Releasing those hips. All right. Heel tone those feet in. Rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Slight bend in those knees. And then big inhale as we fill up those lungs, fill up those belly. You don't have to squat. I'm just trying to be in camera. And exhale. One more big inhale. And exhale. 2, 3, 4. Amazing work showing up for yourself every day on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'll get more out there. Okay. Have a great day.